It'll be at the end. It's
Oh,
fine.
fun.
Oh boy. Hello and welcome to Jabberjaw. I'm your host, Jessica Dawson Collier, and with me as always is Tyson Wheeler Dynas and Matthew David Smith. Guys, welcome to the new year.
To the new year,
Hey,
2025.
2025.
The future.
The future.
In
The
the
future.
year.
How does it feel so far?
Does not feel very futuristic. It feels. This is not the future that we were planned, and I don't mean no jetpacks, and no, it's just startling reality to the start of 2025. Not really looking forward to it. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but cautiously.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You guys know that song? In the year 2525, if man is still alive. Do you know that song?
What's
Sing a bit more, Tyson.
In the year 2525.
Is that the Aquarius song?
Still alive. It's from the 60s.
Oh, I know.
But
I know I've heard it before.
And so 2025, if man is still alive at the end of the year.
That is a song from, did a little research here. Song by Zager and Evans from 1969. I would have had no idea. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I didn't know that was the artist. One-hit wonders. They proliferate history just like they do today.
They really
Zager and Evans. How could those guys?
Wow. How could you forget?
Yeah. Like Evans and Zager, I kind of get leading with the Zag. No.
A mistake. Seems like a mistake.
There were a lot of drugs back then.
Now that I know that was basically done by nobody, that probably was a novelty hit in some level,
Probably was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankie Stein and his orchestra,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Apparently, it's the story. The song is about the journey of mankind over a 10,000-year time span.
Nice.
Wow.
You didn't catch that the first time. That's what the song's about.
No. The one time I've heard it.
If man is still alive, we shall see.
I will take an edible and listen again.
That's probably good.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for 2025 because, I can't think of any reason right now, but I am really excited about
it. How could it be any worse? Am I right?
Hey,
we are doing a year-end review for 2024, and just for the audience sake, like we are. I went through all my headlines from the last year and just had to cut every Trump headline except for one, because every one of them was like, that guy's not going to be president. That guy's not going to be president. That's crazy. I did a
little bit of that this afternoon myself, and I was kind of like, oh,
no, can't talk about it. How he couldn't name his own doctor.
We thought we were so fucking witty. And,
well, we were, to be fair.
I know, to be fair.
Yeah, a little bit. I do remember Smith going, there's no way that guy is.
It's been like February. I was a lot more optimistic in February than I was in October.
Very much
so. Well, that's the way we had our main man Joe Biden on the scene. That was what was it? Remember what they call him? Naughty Joe? What Naughty Joe? What was it?
No, Sleepy
evil.
Joe.
No, not evil. It was like the Pro Joe.
Pro Joe.
Dark Joe. Was it Dark Joe?
Now
we can't even remember what it was called. It's so void in our head.
What was it?
I have a cutout of it, and I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it was like he had the eyes, and it was
he looked like a superhero / villain.
Yeah, and we can't even remember. It's been long ago. All right.
Sorry, Joe. You've kind of fucked up things, so whatever.
You fucked up a lot.
All right. Well, here's a test. What was the name of Kamala Harris's running mate?
Tim Kaine?
Tim Walz.
Tim Walz.
Tim Kaine was
Tim Kaine, who basically was Tim Kaine.
That was hilarious.
Same exact guy. I don't know. SNL called that out, and I was like, "Oh my god, they're fucking clones! Like they're like boring white men, like the boring white men plan."
No, that's what I kept thinking.
Two of the same model.
Think high school teacher, boring white hair, hanging out with the kids when they don't want him to hang out with them.
Right.
Tim.
That's what America wants.
Tim.
Nope. Old couch fucker. That's who they want. They want a couch fucker.
So I haven't seen since the election.
Exactly. That's not boring. Fucking your couch is not boring. So
he's fucking a lot of couches across America right now. He's just getting things ready.
Oh, God.
Victory lap.
Couple ottomans. Yeah. Victory lap. Don't let this man into an IKEA. Unsupervised.
He's been banned from IKEAs around the world. Oh, it's amazing.
Making baby furniture sets. Yes.
It's adorable. So cute. Happy for him.
Well, yeah, so we'll get into all that in a minute.
Okay. How are your holidays? What'd you guys do? It's been a minute.
It has.
I can't remember. Somebody else go.
I can go. We went back to Kansas, our annual pilgrimage back to Hays.
Yay!
Stopped in Lawrence for this evening. Saw my good buddy Ryan Glendenning.
Excellent.
We went out and went to Harbor Lights. Harbor Lights downtown, and had a update. If you haven't been there since we had last been there, they do accept credit cards now. So it's no longer a cash-only bar. They were one of the last holdouts, and they do accept credit cards now. So we felt the girl just looked at us like we were fucking crazy. But no, we've accepted credit cards ever since I've started. Anyway, so yeah, that was fun. Went to Old India Palace. A treat in Lawrence. If you're in Lawrence, the very good Indian restaurant.
Is it still just as good? I haven't been to that place in
very good,
a long time.
Still quite good. Yeah. And it's like Indian food, like most Indian, it's pretty rare that I get bad Indian food. But like, cause I'm, me and I don't know the difference, but it's just a little notch above. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's just a little bit.
One time, I don't know. I obviously I don't like Indian food, but one time Matt and I were hanging out in the back of Replay, and we were sitting at the table, and these girls came and asked if they could sit at the table with us, and this girl looked like a Disney princess. Do you remember this?
I do remember this, yes.
And she was the daughter of the owner of Indian Palace. Do you remember that?
That's right. Yeah.
I feel like you guys have told me this story before.
That's the end of the story. I just remember it was like I was like,
she made quite the impression.
She did. She looked like a living Disney cartoon. It was insane.
I believe you told her that too.
I think I did. Yeah. That sounds very on brand for Tyson.
And you referred to her as would you refer to her as Persian? I think you referred to her as Persian.
I did. Yeah.
You're like it's a much nicer. It was very
nicer.
Well done.
Like Iranian.
Yeah. If you're unsure, Persian,
Persian is a good way to do it.
Pretty safe.
Yeah.
Parisian, on the other hand, people
different.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah. What the hell did we do? We had Christmas Eve at Beth's brother's house, and then we had Christmas. Sally got sick, and then so we canceled Christmas on Christmas Day, and then she felt better, and then so we went, and so we were there in the evening. So we had Christmas at Sally's house that evening, and yeah, that was it. I worked during the holidays because I was off so much time this year. I felt like I was morally obligated to not take off those times, But really, to be honest with you, I just worked those times because we don't do any work during those 2 weeks, so it's just doing nothing. So, so I took 2.5 weeks off before Christmas when they were actually doing work.
Yeah.
And
you use like a stopgap to like a moral problem. You're like, yeah, really? No, I need to be a member of the team, and they're not doing much. So I like that.
They loved it, and I was
you gotta pick your high profile moments.
That's true.
24 on a strong note.
Yeah.
And then on New Year's Eve we were here, and we had puppies. So we had some friends over, and they left at 9. And then
excellent.
And then I believe we were in bed by 11:30. We're old. So what are you gonna do? And we've been tired because the puppies arrived the day before, and I'll get into that in a minute. But so we were all kind of tired. That's what I did for the holidays. How about you, Doss?
What did I do? We went to Texas for Christmas and hung out with Jonas's family for a week. And
was it warm?
It was great. It was actually. I loved it. I miss the humidity and the food a lot. We met up with friends in Austin the last day we were there, and full day we were there because we were staying in Bastrop right outside of Austin. And just crazy how big, like where we used to live in North Austin, all of the new stuff that's gone in since we lived there 3.5 years ago. So that was weird to see, but it was really good to catch up with everybody. Had a great time. And then for New Year's, we did our annual staycation in Denver. And I know I sent pictures to the both of you of our dinner and that amazing onion ring tower, which I will post.
That looks pretty beautiful.
I'm telling you guys, when you come visit, I almost want us to just go there and have like an app, like that app and maybe another one before we go do something else.
Now, to be fair,
it was delicious.
You sent a picture where you were wearing the onion ring as a bracelet.
I did put the onion ring on as a bracelet.
I was very impressed that you were able to scrunch your hand to the point.
Well, it was kind of, I would equate it to maybe sticking your hand up something's butt, like a cow or something, because it just felt very greasy and like it was a huge mistake. And it wouldn't have happened if we hadn't gone to happy hour at the hotel, which we usually do, and had like 4 martinis. So that was why. Yeah. I didn't wear it all night. I just want everybody to know I did take it off.
God only knows if you would have wandered into a party city wearing that. God only knows what.
I know. I would have been serving onion rings.
Which sadly, it met its demise. Actually, not like 3 days after you told that story.
Party
city went out of business. Yeah, it went bankrupt. Yeah.
Oh shit!
So, yeah,
well, I'm not surprised with the people that they hire.
It did.
Just saying.
It was not shocking. No, it was not. It was
Say
not.
It ain't so.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, like I said, I'd never been to a party city, and I never.
Never will. R.I.P.
There was one in Lawrence actually, and then there was we used to, I don't know. I went many times in Florida because I would go and buy props for Bring Back Joel shows. So
okay.
Yeah, it was like it was like
a place for parties.
It was like a shit show on fire. It was like an alcove if it was just like full of a spirit Halloween sort of for a year round kind of thing. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it was just stacked to the gills. At least the one I went to, just all the way to the ceiling with junk.
It's still the same. I mean, it is. I was just there like a month ago, so.
R.I.P.
That's sad. That's sad. I will shed one tear. Smith, what did you and Kathy do for the New Year's Eve?
We had a very low key New Year. New Year's is like, I don't know, like except for 2000. Had a great New Year's on 2000, but this New Year's always just like, I don't know, just seems like over.
You get bummed out?
And it's not really bummed out. It just never like. It's never as much fun as, I don't know, I have it in my head. Plus, I'm old now, so we ordered Chinese food and watched television. We did get in the spirit a little bit and watched Who's Ever Rockin' Eve It Is, and Seacrest, back and forth between Seacrest and
Anderson and Andy.
I got about 17 minutes of Andy Cohen and me a year, so
yeah, that's fair.
I probably should have rephrased that, but I got for about 7 minutes again. Could rephrase that, but that was. They were drunk, and they were like people who, they were interviewing. I didn't know who they were because I didn't really pay attention to the year.
It's the same old every year. I thought it was funny that Diplo or whatever his name
was on acid.
While he was talking to them. A little
acid.
Acid, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, Anderson was very cute as usual. I do love Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, no, he's great.
He's very giggly on New Year's Eve.
Beth would switch over to it, and she'd be like, and it'd be somebody singing country western. She'd like, nope, and she'd just change it, and then I was like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah, 2024 was kind of the year that country western fucking took over like pop music. Like, what the fuck?
Fucking hell, right?
This is not right.
It is pop music now.
It is. It's weird.
It is.
It's interesting.
I mean, Shabuzi is like
Beyonce.
Like our best daughter's here, and she listens to all kinds of like kind of
what
I would call nerdcore stuff.
Shaboozey. Yeah, I've heard of Shaboozey.
I've heard of Shaboozey. I haven't heard Shaboozey stuff.
He was on SNL a couple of weeks ago, and
okay. I always just fast forward the musical guests. Almost yeah,
I do too. I don't.
We always watch just out of curiosity to see what's going on. At least the first song, but anyway, yeah, she was like played one of his songs, So yeah, so it's like just pop music now. Like I think I said years ago that. Not years ago, but a while ago, it became a point where like country music became power ballads, and that was just kind of thing. Like '80s power ballads was country music in the 10s.
Yeah.
And so now it's pop music, I guess.
It's interesting.
I don't know. You gotta just
keep
listening, finding new music. That's just the trick,
Like, You're right. As I was talking about earlier, did not do a great job.
Keep that resolution.
I will.
Alive.
I will. Do better.
Actually, we should talk about our resolutions.
We should talk about it. I have not thought about it at all. Like
I haven't either.
I mean, there's stuff I want to do better, but I haven't stated them. I haven't written them down.
I know. I feel like I need to write them down because I usually do because I'm that type of.
Well, although
I like a list.
I should make a list.
Let me tell you what my New Year's resolution.
All right, and then we'll go. I think
it'll help you guys. So there's three books that I'm working on right now.
Okay.
I've finished 2 of them. I'm working on the 3rd book.
Damn, Tice. So, all right.
Yeah, this year one of the resolutions is to read more. So I bought a reading lamp for my chair.
Very nice.
And anyway, whatever. So there's this book called Getting It Done, which has been around for a long time. It's by David Allen, and basically it's a way to manage your day-to-day stuff. So I reread that book, and then I read this book called The Morning Miracle, which is about a 6-step thing you do every morning to get yourself, and includes meditation, some journaling, exercise, reading, blah blah blah. Then the next thing is the bullet journal. So that's my New Year's resolution, is to put all this stuff in the bullet journal and to try to get going. And
you say a bullet journal?
Yeah. So it's this guy. He had ADHD like when he was growing up, but it was not diagnosable really at the time, and so he figured out a way to organize his thoughts. And then it's quite popular like online, but anyway, it's just a very analog way of keeping track of everything. Instead of using apps and notes and slips of paper and all this stuff, you just sort of capture it all in one thing. So anyway, so my New Year's resolution is to do that, to try to get some of these goals, these long-term goals. So the first thing you do and getting it done is that you write down everything you want to do, and then you basically then divvy those up into workable chunks so you can do something every day.
Gotcha.
And
I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's my New Year's resolution, is to work on that and try to get some of this stuff done that I need to get done before. And then it's a record. I don't think I told you guys this. We're booking time for Trophy Wife in May.
Ooh.
In Florida.
Oh wow! All right.
Might have to go, Smith.
Yeah, excited. Oh yeah. Where do you have a venue? Where's it gonna be at?
Yeah,
I'm not actually sure where the studio is. I think it's somewhere around Tampa.
Okay.
Will you guys play a show too, since you'll be together anyway?
I don't know.
Makes sense.
Maybe.
I mean, right?
Yeah, it would make sense.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. So, but that would be kind of fun to do. So anyway,
yes,
it's still, everyone has agreed to it. We've got a timeline. We haven't booked the time yet, but I haven't been bugging. I've become the project manager on this, and so I haven't been pushing it because of the holidays. But
sure.
But it looks like early May is when we're gonna go down and do it. So
excellent. Fuck yeah.
So that's, but like, doing stuff like that, like I got to practice the drums more. I got to,
Do the kids know that we've ripped some of the Trophy Wife songs for our podcast?
Dan knows.
Okay.
I sent the podcast to those guys a couple times over the years, and I don't think they've ever listened because they've never said anything about it.
Okay. So we'll thank them from us for the intro and outro.
Yeah. We're actually going to
checks in the mail.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to use that first session that we recorded that we never released, and then we're going to add it to whatever we do new. So it'll be a full record. But anyway, awesome. So those are New Year's resolutions. Doing the morning routine, and anyway, I'll pass along the stuff that I'm reading and let you know how it's going, because it's kind of interesting. It's very yeah. So anyway, those are my New Year's resolutions. I mean, all the things involved in the stuff that I want to get on are actually my New Year's resolution, but this is just how to organize it so I can get it done.
So. Okay, I like these. That actually inspired me, Tice.
It kind of did me too.
Yeah, Smith, do you want to share yours?
Yeah, I don't have anything definitive. Just kind of a general. I'm kind of with Tyson. I want to kind of get organized and just start being more productive. And it's pretty easy. I need to watch less television. I think that's kind of what it boils down to.
Yeah,
I have been reading. I did start a couple months ago. I've finished like 4 or 5 books in the last couple months, because I did start reading again. Before bed.
Nice.
Yeah,
me too.
I like doing that. It just kind of gets me sleepy, and I feel better about myself staying up late reading a book, under my
That's
covers.
true. Yeah, and it's better for your mind, because you're focusing on stuff, which is kind of nice.
What is that? The 3-2-1 rule? Which will be one of my resolutions. Have you guys heard about this?
I have not, no. Mm-mm.
So 10 hours before bed, you avoid caffeinated beverages.
10 hours?
10 hours. I know. That's a lot.
That's like most of the day. Yeah, that's
I know. It's fucking nuts, right? Okay.
All right.
It's going to be hard to implement.
All right. I'm dubious on the 10 already, but let's get to
all right. So the 3-part is 3 hours before bed, avoid food and alcohol. This is going to be the hard one. That's going to be the hardest one for me, because I'm a late night snacker and I like a cocktail in the evenings.
Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah. 2 hours before bed. This is also going to bite me in the ass. Avoid work. No work.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
I get a lot of work done at night.
Yeah.
It's not good. 1 hour before bed, avoid screen time. 0, I guess, is a part of it. Do not hit the snooze button in the morning. I'm just going to ignore that one, because I have to set like 6 alarms. Just my way. Sorry.
That's all right. Oh, you know what, the thing, like with the 3-2-1 thing, the 10. So I don't know how about you guys, but I can only sleep about 6 hours a night now. So I keep trying to go to bed early, and then I'm like laying in bed for 4 hours before I fall asleep.
I can't do that, dude. Is that like, no, I have to get 8. I have to get 8.
Yeah, I was with Tyson like up to like a couple years ago, and now like I don't know if it's getting older or just, but I need my 8 hours. Like, it's weird. Like I used to be able to float on 4.5 to 7. Like I'd be fine, and then but it's not the same anymore. I don't know what's going on.
No, don't get me wrong. I would love to sleep more. I just can't.
Yeah.
I miss those 12-hour dirges, like where you just be like, wake up and be like,
oh my God, wasn't that the best? I loved staying up all night and sleeping all day. I miss those days so bad.
That was my favorite part about being home for Christmas, is getting to sleep in the basement, and it's just like time
sleep, man.
Evaporates. It's so nice. It's just like, yeah, it's nice.
I take it your parents don't vacuum above your head at 9 a.m.?
So they know, but like they've got like hardwood floors on the main level, and so there's a lot of running around. But my mom, for whatever, like there's a little fan in there, like a little Vornado fan in there, and that like works as like a great noise blocker. So we were very pleased to have that, especially with my little nephew running around. Yeah, he gets up early. He's an early riser.
Yeah.
He's fresh and full of life.
He is.
He's not crushed by the world.
It's adorable.
No, he's not crushed by the world. Not yet. Not until middle school. Let's give him until middle school. Yeah. And then he can see the reality.
That's when it starts to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Poor little guy. Has no idea.
Poor little guy. It's all right. He's got a few years.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Yeah. Let him be happy as long as he can.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we had a puppy. We had 2 puppies. So let's talk about this.
Yay!
Let's talk about dogs real fast, and then get into this.
Puppies.
So our dog Melly got knocked up in the beginning of November, and she
professionally knocked up.
Professionally,
that was asshole on the street. Like,
that was an expensive shag.
Yeah, it was. It was a high class doggy brothel that you took your dog to.
Also, considering they didn't even touch each other, they just stood beside each other. Well, the boy got worked, and then the other one got inseminated. But anyway, so it's classy. It's high tech. It's romantic.
The future.
It's romantic. It is.
It's a dystopian sex romp. But anyway, so anyway, so she on Sunday night, she was supposed to go get a C-section Monday morning. On Sunday night, so this is the 28th of December. She was clearly in labor. She was wandering around panting, and so they called the doctor at like 8, the vet, I guess I should say, and then they went and he's like, yeah, let's do it. You know, he totally was excited about it. You could tell, Sunday night, and so anyway, so they drove down there. They got home around 1 o'clock with the babies. They were about yay long. They had been here for 8 days. They've been alive for 9 days, and they're fat and happy. Their eyes are still closed. They make squeaky noises when they're hungry. They crawl around like little pork sausages, and their feet like twitch sometimes for no reason, which is hilarious. And Mellie's been pretty good up until today. She's a little fussy today. I think her nipples are probably shot, but
oh my God, I can't imagine.
Those kids.
Feel for you, girl.
Those kids are voracious. Anyway, so we named one. So the thing is, the dog that we bred to, the people that own the dog are huge Mystery Science Theater fans. So it was decided to name the dogs after Mystery Science Theater. Although somehow I got the nod to go ahead and name them. So we named the girl Mr. B Natural, and we named the boy Ega, both characters from Mystery Science Theater films. We will probably keep one of them if they look good. So anyway, and then hopefully we'll sell the other one and almost break even. We won't. But would be nice.
Wishful thinking.
I know, that's where I was like, come on, 8 puppies, let's do this, but no. So anyway, so we got puppies, and Beth is so happy, and Beth Star Kira is here. She's a puppy whisperer, and she's taking care of it, so it's great.
Very nice.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's so we added 2 new members to the pack last week. Yeah.
Congrats! I love it. The more, the merrier.
Yeah, up to 3.
Is that what they say?
Who says that? Who does say that?
I don't know.
Jeez, I wish there were more people here. That's not something I find myself saying very often. I wish there were more people here. No.
Wait. Speaking of dogs, Smith,
so we are. That's right. So we are. Talked about owning a dog for a while, so we're going to go look at a yellow lab toddler. That's like 5 months, so I'm guessing that's kind of a doggy toddler, preschool. Anyway,
yeah, not a teenager,
not full grown, but it's a 5-month-old yellow lab named Four, and we'll see if we keep the name. We'll see, but no, he's a cute dog online. So we did all the. Starting, I think, while we were in Hayes over Christmas, we started the application process, and Kathy did most of the hard work, filling out the forms, and
she wanted more.
Yeah,
someone always does.
Oh no, I think we both want it, but she's better. She's willing to do the legwork and the forms, and I'm just kind of like, all right, but just give me the dog. But so anyway, now we've got a little visit scheduled, I think, for 10 a.m. on Thursday, and so we're gonna go meet the dog and see how we interact. I'm going to ask it a few questions. Want to get a good sense of its, accountability and kind of work ethic, things like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I hope that the dog wears a little collar tie, to make a good impression.
Yeah, that'd be over. That shit would be over. Like, yep, no, we'll take it. So, we will we'll let you know how that works out.
Well, good luck.
The dog's in there.
Yeah. I know.
Huh?
Oh yeah, they're
hello.
They're like just working up. It's like all those movies where the kids and the orphanage, and they're all they get dressed up to meet their elected parents, and I hope so. Anyway,
it's so fun. I love it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So we'll keep you posted. I'll either send you photos of me with the dog or just me.
It's okay. We'll take both.
We got 24 hours. Like I said, you get a meet, you got a meet and greet, and then from that, the second
it's
that you leave,
sense, you know.
Oh, absolutely,
you got to get a good vibe.
And they don't want people making rash decisions.
No.
I mean, these aren't like foster kids, like where they have to get rid of them. Like these are animals. They're cute animals. But
well,
a lot easier than that process. Yet.
5-1 says you're walking out with that puppy, but honestly,
I'm about 60-40.
I'm going to go with those odds.
Yeah, I think you're probably about right. So we'll see.
Everybody loves a dog.
Big responsibility.
Super cute.
I keep being told. Yeah.
This isn't good for my dog fever. It is a big responsibility.
It is.
Just gotta walk the dog. You got a yard there. You got 50% of it. Or no,
you got a yard. The problem is it's under 12 inches of snow right now, and it's not going to be cold until May. So, or not warm until we got
That's all right. The dogs they got hair.
What was I say? Dogs, love snow for the most part.
Apparently he loves the snow. I don't love rolling around in the snow though. With the I want
you don't have fur.
That's true. I don't have fur.
Yeah. You got bits of fur.
You heard it here first, folks.
I don't have fur.
No fur on Matt Smith.
Basically, yeah. So my alopecia ass, yes. Yeah. So now we'll. All right. I'll build a snowman and let's go run around and do a little photo shoot for you next weekend.
Sounds great.
If not, we'll do a photo shoot anyway, as previously mentioned.
I love it. Well, keep us posted.
I will.
I have no dogs in my future as of yet because there's a lot of travel this year, so it may not happen. And a lot of life things happening, so we'll see. Maybe you guys will inspire me to get a puppy, us to get a puppy at some point.
Yeah.
Later in the year.
I got one to move. Do you want to buy it?
Tice, I saw the look in your eye. I knew it was coming. God damn it. No. I can't afford your dog.
You're right. Actually, you could. I think the slobber would be.
I think I could, but I'd have to sacrifice a couple trips coming up. And I'm sorry, I would rather go to Europe than your cute, adorable puppy.
You travel a lot to have a dog at home because it's you gotta either have someone or
you gotta get somebody
very smart.
That's the thing. Because I think I told you guys, Jonas fell in love with a cute little dog named Bruce at a brewery about a month and a half ago. And he was dead set on getting this foster dog. The problem is we have so many plans for this year. And then next year too, we might be going to Japan for a couple of weeks. So it's we just have to factor in all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and it is not cheap to have somebody watch your dog either. Just
right. Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to be like, hey, Dad, you want to come to Colorado for a couple weeks? He might want to do that, actually. He'll be retired. So that's actually a good idea. Maybe it'll happen sooner than we thought. I don't know. We'll see. I love puppies, though. And
bar dogs are especially adorable. I always enjoy seeing. We saw a dog bar in Harbor Lights in Lawrence. And I like bars, dogs that hang out in bars.
They're the best.
They are. They're very well mannered.
My cousin that lives in Estes Park, they have a cat, and it's a bar cat.
Now
they take their cat.
I have not seen that. Interesting.
Especially you, Tice, you would love this because the cat gets in the harness, super friendly with everybody at the bar. Took pictures with Santa Claus. Was a part of a Halloween costume contest. This cat fucking has its own Instagram account and has 3,000 followers. It's a badass. And then I look at my cat, who's kind of a piece of shit, and I'm just like, you know what? You need to do something for us, all right? We've done a lot for you.
Where's our OII? ROI?
ROI? Yeah. No, that's nowhere. That $25 that we put. No, it's fine. We love him. Shitty ways. All right. Well, shall we do headlines of the year, guys? Are you ready?
So we're starting headlines.
Let me play the music.
All right, good.
Of the year.
Of the year.
Hey. Headlines of the year.
Smith and Tyson will be taking it away from here, and I'll just be adding
Do you want me to go first, Matt, or you want to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Are you gonna like build up like they do with the award shows?
No, I didn't order them.
You didn't order them. Okay.
I didn't order.
No obligation.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Well, I didn't order anything because I was like, it's just too much. I don't care that much about.
Go on, filling.
It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick a favorite. Anyway, this is from NPR. Alabama mom is a 1 in a million, delivering 2 babies from 2 uteruses in 2 days. I'm just gonna read the headlines. You guys look it up if you're interested in how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look it up. You'll find it.
Do your own homework.
If we've done our job, it'll be at least first or second Google result when you.
This is one of the most disturbing headlines of the year. This is from AP News. Woman sues dentist after 4 root canals, 8 dental crowns, and 20 fillings in a single visit.
Ooh,
I remember that one.
I do. Yeah, makes my teeth hurt. Yeah,
makes my brain hurt. No, I'm not doing that one. So I was working today.
I like the giggle.
Yeah. This is from HuffPost. Doctor removes 150 live bugs from Florida man's nose.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, that was the worst. Some were as big as the end of a pinky. That is disgusting.
God.
This is from Entertainment Weekly, that beautiful source of entertainment. Weekly. The View removes Alyssa Ferris Griffin's sperm quote face cream quote from an episode. She said sperm can be used as a nice face cream during a live telecast, and they scrubbed it. She's clearly a Rhodes Scholar. Let's see here. Oh, one of my favorite of the year. This is from NPR. NASA has been asked to create a time zone for the moon. Where the term time zone hanky panky came from. Let's see. Oh, this is from Vanity Fair. Kristi Noem bizarrely suggests that if she were president, the first thing she'd do is kill Joe Biden's dog.
Jesus Christ.
Was that from this year?
That was nuts.
Yeah, that was the goddamn that like the primaries and all that shit happened this year, didn't they? Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a lot of action packed. A lot of disappointment packed into 12 months, let me tell you. Oh my God. Yeah. Kristi Noem famously killed her own puppy because it was like misbehaving.
Yes.
Yeah. She wrote about it in her book, and even Republicans didn't like that. Easy.
That's it. Mitt Romney strapped his dog to the hood of his trunk or the top of his car and drove across country as people have been more angry at a Republican about a dog-related.
I know. It took somebody shooting it in the head to sort of usurp. Yeah.
Dear Lord.
I miss old Republicans. Yeah. Anyway.
I know. I never thought I'd say that.
I know. Oh.
This is my favorite local news of the year. There was some more local news I didn't include because most of it was gross. And this is gross, but in a fun way. This is from the Kansas City Star. Announcer caught ogling soccer moms on hot mic during Kansas high school tourney. Let me see. Sorry.
Morse code. Is it Morse code? Do you need assistance?
Blink twice if you need help.
Blink twice if you need.
Tyson's got a lot. He's got a lot.
Here you go. No. Here's the quote. This is a bonus, though, of calling high school soccer games. High school soccer, girls soccer. For high school, the soccer moms. Then the co-host wholeheartedly agreed. The one that's facing us, see if she can tear it off. I can't see the legs, but I can feel the behind from here. This conversation never happened, by the way. We'll get in trouble. Yep, and they did get in trouble because it was on air.
That's right.
Ooh,
fucking
funny
idiots.
Yeah.
That's the same story. Sorry, this isn't being as good as I was hoping it would be.
Buddy, you're doing fine.
I'm entertained.
Yeah.
It's a nice trip down memory lane.
It really
Are
is.
you not entertained? No.
Hey.
Okay, so I brought this one up. This is the only Donald Trump one that I brought up because this is still a thing. This is from People Magazine. Donald Trump is banned from 37 countries as a convicted felon, including major allies like Canada and the UK. So he needs special permission to go to these other countries, even as president. So that's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to think about, but everybody's kissing his ass now. So
no, I know.
He's
going to get it, but still somebody's going to have to fill out a form. I like that.
That's true.
This is Eric's job.
I wouldn't. No, he wouldn't trust Eric to that.
No,
the Washington. This is from the Washington Post. Cat roams.
Eric's the food tester.
That's
think.
Right. Yeah. He's the scout. He goes out.
Exactly.
Tastes great, Dad. Half of his face goes numb.
First out of the car, first out of the plane. You know. This is from the Washington Post. Cat roams university campus for 4 years, gets
I like that one.
Doctoral degree, which is great.
Dr. Cat.
Dr. Katz. Let's see here. This one was good. Are giant flying Joro spiders really taking over the U.S.? Do you remember this?
Yes.
Big deal for a week. So.
Christ.
So people freaked out about it, but then it turned out because they can fly. Well, all spiders can fly. I don't know if you know this. When they were saying that they can fly, they're babies and they spin up a little thing in the air and then the wind blows them away. So all spiders can fly. These bird-sized spiders cannot fly when they're the size of a bird. Although that was a bad analogy. Let's say the size of a puppy. Anyway.
Now I follow.
There you go.
There it is.
There it is. Nailed it. Yeah. So anyway, they're invading. But yeah, so they're not really venomous, and they're fine. So everybody freaked out about it, but I enjoyed that. That was fun. It was a biological. Not COVID. That's not right. I don't know. This is from People. Woman stole $1.5 million in chicken wings to fund gambling addiction.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, actually, I thought Tyson had that too, so I was going to leave that. That's a him headline. He deserves that one.
It is.
Now there was a follow up here because Chris Jones.
You're very gracious, by the way, Smith, because I feel like Tyson's taken a lot of your headlines. Sorry, Tyson, I love you, but
that was the only couple of them.
Oh, really?
You got a little steely this season.
I did not.
No.
I stole him first.
No. To be fair, every one of these headlines is from my Jabberjaw notes from all our shows. So they're just from my notes. I didn't. If we had the same headlines, that's the thing.
We similar news sources. And,
that's true. We do.
Yeah. Sorry, I just needed to spice things up a little bit.
I liked it. Yeah.
Ooh. Not good.
If I don't get at least 3 glares from Tice during an episode, I feel like I haven't done my job.
Failed. You're right.
When do we get to the music part? Anyway. Okay. So, anyway, Chris Jones heard about this story. He obviously loves chicken wings too, and regardless of the thing, he was like, he got his lawyer looking into seeing how he could help her get her free. Which, by the way, I don't think happened. But he was in it. He was trying to help. This is one of my favorite ones. Rolling Stone, Jane's Addiction concert ends abruptly after Perry Farrell punches Dave Navarro on stage.
That's probably
that's a good one.
Yeah, that was a great sort of non-impactful story of the year right there.
Amazing memory.
Now,
that was.
I did see a follow-up to this earlier or yesterday, and they said that the 3 of them, minus Farrell, are recording new music. Without him, and he was not invited because of his mental problems, according to them.
He's a fucking asshole.
Well, that was his mental problem. That was what caused the whole thing. His mental problems. That's what his wife said.
Oh, that's the.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's So I mean, to be fair, he's had mental problems for a long time.
Yes, he has.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. He's a genius.
She doesn't look too stable herself. Like, let's just be fucking real.
I don't have to look up what she looks like. Does she look like a hot mess?
I remember looking it up at the time and being like,
Tice, just give her a Google.
That's Perry Farrell's wife.
Yeah. Exactly what Smith's saying.
Yeah.
You're like, exactly. Makes all the sense in the world.
Yep. You're just like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's not grounded by any means. She's in it for the fame, money.
Yeah.
You know what I learned? This is kind of interesting. Lollapalooza was a comic book character from the 20s. It was a woman, Lollapalooza. And that word that word actually has a long history of being something magical and wonderful. Like Perry Farrell, classic Perry Farrell. Here it goes. He said he named it Lollapalooza because he heard that term in a Three Stooges short. And they went and checked, and it has never been said in the Three Stooges short. So, Perry Farrell. Anyway, but anyway, you should look up the history of Lollapalooza. It's actually very interesting.
Well, there is a documentary I want to watch on Amazon Prime.
I do too, but
I've been putting that off too, just because
he's
of the Farrell.
Prominently displayed in it, so I don't really want to watch it.
Oh, really?
Is he?
Okay.
He started it, so it's
maybe I'll just mute the parts that he's on, and I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Okay, this is from the Wall Street Journal. I have a couple left. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Nation with the lowest birth rate is rocked by soaring sales of dog strollers. This is South Korea, by the way. Pooches and prams outpace actual baby carriages in South Korea, leaving officials barking mad. Good one, Wall Street Journal.
That was a good one. Oh, yeah.
That is, yep.
Clever. That guy won headline of the year at their Christmas party. The annual. I'm the winner.
It's not a Pulitzer, but it's this is from Los Angeles Times. Oh, I guess this is my other Donald Trump opinion. Donald Trump's $59.99 Bible is just what Oklahoma schools ordered. So I think you remember this story. We don't need to get into it, but basically, Oklahoma ordered Trump's Bible instead of the $2.54 Bible that we see in
motel rooms.
Yeah.
The Gideon. Is that
the Gideon. Yeah.
They actually stay the night and then just leave that behind, like a creepy doll, or do they
they put them in there. They it's donated, and they all go in there.
So they give them to the chain or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's not like a chick track where somebody just leaves it, in a bathroom or something. Sorry, no one knows what chick tracks are.
I know what chick tracks are.
Yeah, but anyway.
I don't know what chick tracks are. I'm not cool.
I will tell you that one terrible day that I had was when I was working overnight at the hotel, and somebody took the Gideon Bible into the lobby restroom, shoved it in the toilet, and stomped on it until it disintegrated.
Oh, dear.
And I had to fix that. That was not
Fuck.
That was not cool.
Are there rules for disposing of a Bible, like we learned about the American flag and the Boy Scouts, where you have to cut it into 50 pieces and burn them and say a prayer or something?
I don't know.
Said a prayers.
To this day, I wonder if that was a political statement or or
yeah, but who you? I guess that. No, right? The guy who had to clean it up.
Yeah, I was like, oh, not my.
Yeah, there is no God. I get it. Fucking yeah, I'm with you.
But just throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. It's so much easier on me.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, and finally, this is from Rolling Stone. It just goes, we need one of these. Elon Musk is offering people his sperm while creating a family compound in Texas. As the billionaire continues to fret about population collapse, he looks to father more children and consolidate his brood, the New York Times reports.
I actually drove past that compound, fun fact, while we were there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And also saw the giant fucking Tesla thing that he's building out there. He is literally fucking Austin, Texas in Bastrop. It is not good.
Yeah.
Did you? You should have gone over with a little black light and went all over his little compound to see on the outside what's going on, just to verify just as independent.
I didn't want to get anywhere near that shit.
Anyway,
Luckies. Sorry, people. I don't get the hype.
And those are my headlines of the year.
Well done, Tice. That was a fun trip.
Memory lane. All right.
Smith, what do you remember?
What do I remember?
Batshit crazy year.
I want to take myself back. Take myself back. So these are actually in chronological order from the start of the year until the end of the year. Actually, except for one, which is my favorite. So, you guys ready? You ready
for
this?
Yes, we're ready. Yeah.
Fantastical Lollapalooza of some. I don't know. I like that one. I'm sorry using that. It's like a 23 skidoo or something.
Yeah.
I like it. Florida man sneezes out gut at public diner. So this is one from early in the year last year, which I love. It is like every, I'm sure, journalist's like dream when they get to lead a headline with Florida man. I think you had one as well. It's just, it is the ultimate man, I guess, is the Florida iteration variant of man. It is a man actualized. Anyway, he sneezed and his like intestines and shit came out his nose. I don't know how you do that.
Oh, God, that's right.
Bad. It's bad. So you're real bad. This was a local favorite from Indianapolis, I think back in February. A teen car wash worker has lemonade hurled at her, retaliates by spraying pressure hose to root on customer in viral video. So we've got these crew car washes down here, which is a big chain of like those car washes where you drive through, and it's one where you like drive through the whole thing and just like you move through the machine versus the machine moving around you. They're fancy. Well, anyway, one of their kind of hallmarks is as you're entering the car wash, there's an employee there to greet you. They're very like pleasant people, like the employees, like they're very nice, like not like Trader Joe's cult level like niceness, but like pretty nice. And so they like spray or they do like the pre-soak right manually. Well, this girl had like some bitch from her high school rolled through and did like a high school girl thing and then threw her lemonade at her, and then she just took the pressure hose and just sprayed her in the face. And it was awesome. And my favorite part was that she didn't get in trouble at all from the car wash company. They were
awesome.
Like, yep, we would have done the same thing. That bitch should have known better.
Now
she does. So that was one of my, probably easily my favorite.
Had it coming.
My favorite Indianapolis one. The other one, the Wingstop one, where the guy tried to hold it up at gunpoint, and both employees also had guns on them, and it turned into a shootout. That was my favorite as well, but it's a little more violent, and so it was a nice one. Quick one. Utah teen facing charges after allegedly taping fish to ATMs.
Yes.
This happened back in April, I think, where it was just like this mysterious thing where people were finding fish. I like that kind of, effort on, I don't say a lot of nice things about the youth of America, but that kid has promise. Just going to say that right now. Man accidentally stabbed himself to death trying to separate two burgers. Again, he was like trying to separate two frozen burgers with a knife and wound up impaling each other. And as I said at the time, it kind of reminded me of me. It was like, yeah, that's kind of a similar demise that I
can see that happening.
I know, I'm like the master of self-injury. It's amazing. Hurt myself with a throw pillow. This guy had a great year. I'm a black Nazi. North Carolina GOP nominee for governor makes dozens of disturbance comments on a public porn forum. This was I've forgotten his name, and that's fine. From a North Carolina governor, and CNN broke this story about 6 weeks before the election, and he lost.
Yeah, somehow
there is a threshold. It's fucking amazingly high, but you can fuck up enough where you cannot be the Republican nominee. Anyway, stolen Vienna sausages lead to Georgia nursing home resident being stabbed in the chest. A big fan of that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Woman who sued company for not giving her a farewell card finds out they did buy one, but almost no one signed it.
That might be my favorite.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
That's in the running.
I like that. Oregon police find bag full of drugs. Marked definitely not a bag full of drugs.
Excellent.
Ambulance hits cyclist, then takes him to the hospital before slapping him with the bill for the ride. So they hit him and then they charged him.
Sure.
It's a win-win. And then my top two, I couldn't pick a favorite. It was like cutting the baby in half, so I'm not going to do that. Power outage caused by former Tennessee mayor crashing while reaching for sausage biscuit.
That was a good one. I like that one.
So I actually completely blew the lead on this because I don't know if the story was developing when I caused, but apparently it like set something on fire too. Like the power line fell over. And I thought, it was like a funeral home or a nursing home, but it like set the building on fire. So that was
damn.
Yeah. So there was a whole other sort of, B plot to that thing. And good on that guy. Like they didn't, I don't think they specified which kind of sausage biscuit, I'm guessing it was McDonald's, but they never clarified.
You know what? You never know. It could have been one of those fat, quick trip type, 7-Eleven.
Oh, that's true. That would be even funnier. Yeah. The ones where you have to heat up yourself. And you have to look around at people and you're like, yep, this is dinner. Yep. That's. Have either of you ever? I don't think I've ever. Have either of you ever heated up a chuck wagon or other sort of food in a?
I did once. I did once.
From a gas station?
Yeah, and I used to get the chili cheese nachos all the time from Coastal.
Oh, dude.
But I didn't have to heat those up.
I was going to say, we got a lot of those nachos together. Because that came from your infamous Mickey Mouse. You know how you used to sign your credit cards? Like when you get the receipt? You just signed Mickey Mouse. Those were drunk nachos at Quick Shop at 2 a.m.
Oh, God,
legally binding, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, legally binding.
So good. Oh,
fantastic.
So good.
I actually, in the Coastal Mart in Waukene, when I was in high school, I used to get a couple like weird, like,
oh my God, C-Mart. Crazy.
Yeah, but they, it's like, well, it's kind of awkward and weird and it smells bad and you feel bad, but sometimes you just got to eat. So
they have like those super powered microwaves that like common, like, citizens such as ourselves cannot purchase. Aren't they like 9,000 watt, like,
they're
12 seconds. Yeah.
I've definitely done some breakfast sandwiches in there.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I've probably done it a couple times. Just
I haven't
on road trips.
Since
I haven't been on a while.
Yeah, it's definitely been like 15 plus years.
I don't know. There's something satisfying about just, having a full meal at a, getting something out those roller machines. Those roller machines fascinate me.
Oh my God.
They had those for years just doing hot dogs and they expanded to, your sausages.
Taquitos.
But now, there's the whole taquitos. There's breakfast taquitos. There's sushi. I don't know if there's sushi, but there should be. The roller I'm a fan of. Last headline.
Roller is a big deal. The last one.
This was my favorite of the year. Disturbed show postponed after singer comes down with a sickness. That was my favorite headline. It was just. I remember where I was when I read that headline.
Beautiful. That's a good one. That is a good one.
That was my highlights. 2024.
Write themselves sometimes.
They do. And as Tyson said, I had to just pick through like sad political headlines. It doesn't matter anymore. It was funny at the time. Not anymore.
We'll be fine. We will. Through humor.
As long as we've got each other.
True. It's true.
Why don't you kick us off, Dawson? Because you haven't done anything yet.
Do some plugs.
Yes.
The plugs of the year.
Plugs of the year.
Plugs of the year. All right. So we all kind of did the same categories, but different. So giddy up for that. I'm going to start things off with my favorite movies of the year. And they are all horror movies. I thought
every single one of them. Really?
Yes, they are. Cuckoo, which I told you guys to watch. I don't know if you guys watched it. Fantastic movie. Highly recommend. The Substance, which we also didn't talk about, but Demi Moore just won the Golden Globe for her part in it. Thank fucking God, or I was gonna riot. Just like Tyson and I are going to riot against the Italian cafe that's going in where the old Al's Chickenette is. That's for next week.
We'll
discuss that later. I don't want to talk about it right now.
That was sad.
It's bad. bad.
I don't want to start the new year off.
Yeah, no,
that way.
Well, we're looking back at the past with a
as a
nice
graphic. As a graphic designer, the sign must have.
The sign is fucking terrible. Terrible. You went from one of the best signs ever created.
I know.
In the history of this planet to that thing.
It is.
It's
anyway,
bad.
Well,
bad.
we need the time.
We'll dive into that.
We need the time to digest this
we will. Get into that shit.
And then regurgitate.
Sure. And then Longlegs, which, speaking of one of the actors in it, today is Nicolas Cage's 61st birthday.
Hey,
happy birthday, Nick. Thank you for being patron saint of the podcast.
Honorary.
We love you.
Honorary member.
Yes.
Please come on our show maybe in 2025, huh, buddy? Come on.
Man will do almost anything. So
almost anything.
It's a lot about
almost
us.
anything.
Well, we can't, next year. It's a goal.
Maybe we could talk him into letting us come to New Orleans into his house and doing a live show. That'd be fun. It's scary as hell.
Yeah.
And then Late Night with the Devil was also one of my favorites. That was fantastic. My favorite movie of the year came out at the very end of the year, though, and it's Nosferatu. Fucking fantastic. Did you guys see that yet?
Not yet. No, we're planning on it.
Oh my God. You're in for a treat. I have been going down the rabbit hole of like behind the scenes, everything. It's the best thing Robert Eggers has done. The acting in it is brilliant. The look of it is fantastic. I have so many like fun facts to share once you guys see it. But yeah, that's it for movies. And then for television,
hold on. Why don't we'll do our movies, right?
Oh yeah. Let's do that. Round robin movies.
Yeah, I mean, he said your turn, not your.
Oh, I thought I was just gonna rattle them off and we go from there.
No, we gotta build up.
You gotta jump around. You're right. Sorry, bad producer.
Bad producer. It's all right. We'll blame all the planning that we do for this show that we're famous for. No. That's not the format.
Producer
that we didn't talk about or agree to.
Right, exactly.
Tice or Smith?
Tice, yeah, Dyson. Yeah.
Okay. Some duplicates here. Now, I just these are my top 9. I didn't order them, so whatever. These movies made me happy this year. Late Night with the Devil, which I was happy to see in theater. It was very fun. Freaked out some people next to me. That was fun. I really enjoyed the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire movie, so much so that I've actually watched it multiple times on Netflix.
No shit. I've watched it 0 times.
I did not hate that movie. You were a big fan of it. Like I was entertained.
Yeah, I really liked it.
It's hard to touch something like the Ghostbusters without it.
Is. There's so much callback, and there's a lot of rewards for people that have seen the movies. So it's
Did Reitman do that? Did Jason Reitman do that?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
So quite good. I saw that this was on a couple of worst of the year, but I actually like this movie, Civil War. I thought it was unsettling and weird and kind of a crazy idea.
Oh, Jonas really liked that too.
So I like that movie. Abigail, which is a story about a little ballerina vampire, and it's a horror movie, and it's kind of a action adventure horror kind of thing. Highly recommended. It's entertaining, funny, and action packed. I saw The TV Glow. Very strange movie.
Oh fuck! I need to watch that.
Really good movie though. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's an allegory for becoming trans or being comfortable with trans.
Yeah.
But quite good. And obviously Deadpool and Wolverine, whatever. I'm Tyson. Just deal with it. The Substance. I thought that was hilarious and excellent. That movie, Destroy All Neighbors, which is really under the radar, but I really liked it. It's got Jonah Heston in it. Jonah Ray. And it's about a guy who wants to make a prog rock record and gets into fights with his neighbors and accidentally starts killing them, and then on purpose starts killing them and spirals out of control crazily. It's a great movie.
What was this? What was that?
It's called Destroy All Neighbors. Very good, very fun. I mean, it's not going to win an award, big award, but it was quite good. Nice. And then Maxine, I really liked that movie. I thought it was really good.
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
So those are the movies that that stuck out to me. Now I'm sure there were others, but those are the ones. I thought about Longlegs, but I just didn't like the ending. I just kind of disappointed me, because it turned supernatural.
That's fair.
But yeah. But it was still good. And I still haven't watched Cuckoo because I don't have access to the TV, so I'm gonna have to watch it on my iPad. But I will watch it because we need to talk about that and The Substance next.
We
do,
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are the movies that I could think of. I was trying to remember.
That's a good list.
Yeah, same boat. I had a few saved, but most of them not. So I had to kind of do a little research. Like, what did come out this year? And start A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan biopic. We went and saw that at the old Hayes Cinema. I believe our tickets cost us a cool $4.25.
Yeah, gotta
love that.
It is
my
awesome.
God, that's badass.
They're not bad little theaters, to be honest. So that is your best entertainment value by far.
Yeah, we saw Wicked there over Thanksgiving, and I was like,
"Did you really?"
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah,
the sound was okay. How was the sound for both of you guys?
It was good.
All right.
Yeah, it was good.
It was 3D was good. I mean, it was fine. Yeah, it was
all right.
Like, it didn't feel like I was in Hayes while I was watching the movie.
That's nice. That's always a nice feeling.
It took me away. Yeah, it was nice. No, really good. I'm not a huge Bob Dylan fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I will. A little trick here that kind of got me into it in the end is I think they should have promoted this because I think they got gotten a lot more. But basically, it's about how rock killed folk music, and that's kind of awesome. And so so
I like that.
Yeah, because
that was Chalamet.
Really good. He's really good. Okay. Like you buy it. But yeah, it was actually based on the book because it's not really kind of a typical biopic where it's about just everything in his life. It's really kind of him right before he kind of becomes successful. It was based on a book that I remember when it came out probably 10 years ago. It's called When Bob Dylan Goes Electric. And it's about that time. It's about that whole kind of progression. Really good. Like we were pretty bored. And there weren't a whole lot of entertainment options at our disposal, but no, I'm glad we went.
Matt, your buddy Israel, he owns that guitar that
he does. That's what Kathy told me. She's like, I'm pretty sure that's the guitar. And I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. Because that's neat. Edward Norton's in it, also really good. I think he got nominated for a Golden Globe, if I'm not mistaken, for that movie. I really, really enjoyed it. So recommend it. Next favorite was Thelma.
Thelma came out I forgot to see that.
Summer.
Yeah.
And it's just about this elderly woman who gets scammed and then seeks revenge.
Yeah.
It's great. It's funny. Kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, lots of different pictures, lots of different movies, but no, I really liked it. Really liked that one. Next one was Snack Shack. I don't know if you guys saw this or heard of this.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's kind of a period, like I think it takes place in like the 80s, and it's just kind of coming of age, kind of movie where
the fuck dogs. Is that right? Is that what I'm talking? Is that the movie with the fuck dogs?
I don't remember anything.
The hot dogs with the word "fuck" on it.
Oh yes, that is fuck dogs.
Okay,
right.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. Oh, you're being all filthy for me.
Oh, it's got the guy who played Lorne Michaels from Saturday Night.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so no, I really enjoyed that, and then American Fiction, which came out kind of early last year, and it's about an African American writer who is not finding success, and there are a lot of people just telling him that he's not black enough and how he needs to be more black. And I thought it was really good. Thought it was just a very good movie. My favorite film. I was waiting for the lead in, but I guess why am I on
drum roll?
Yeah,
silent one.
Woman of the Year, which was that Netflix movie with Anna Kendrick on Netflix. I love that.
That was very good. Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it was really good.
She did a great job. That was her directorial debut too, right?
Yeah. So I just thought it was a great, just little film about what was it? The Love Connection? Is that the name of the the dating game? Sorry.
Dating game. Yeah, dating game. Yeah.
That was Chuck Woolery, who we sadly lost.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Once again.
2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 and 2. Should do that more often. Just agree. Pay respect, pay homage to the man. Right. Couple honorable mentions. The Substance. I really like The Substance. It was certainly memorable. I had to
never forget
one night, and Kathy I had to bail because it was like opening weekend for the Alamo Draft House here in Indianapolis, and so we had free tickets. And she actually wound up taking a coworker, and I'm sorry, Kathy, about that. Good movie, but it would be a little uncomfortable.
Public apologies.
Yeah. So. So I did watch it probably about a month later at home, and wow, yeah, I kind of wish I would have saw it in the theater because it was a lot, and I'm sure it would have been a whole lot more in the theater.
I'm sure it would have been.
It was. But the sound on that alone
played it correctly. Dawson's like, don't talk about it, just watch it. Don't do anything. It's one of those movies that's just better going in cold.
Yeah.
It just kind of ruins it. It gets fucking wackadoodle at the end too.
It does. That third act is fucking bonkers.
Yeah,
I love it.
It is. They took themselves out of Oscar contention just with that last.
They did, but it was so worth it though.
But absolutely, and that's what I respect about it. Is because they were just like, we're doing what the fuck we want to, and it's
we're going for it.
And then another honorable mention. This movie is not great. I just saw this week, but I enjoyed it. Kevin Smith did a movie that went completely under the radar this year called The 4:30 Movie. And it's about him. Basically, it is a biopic about Kevin Smith growing up and like a day in the life of him going to a movie. It's not amazing. He really hasn't done anything that good since probably Red State. I think Clerks 3 wasn't bad. Clerks 3 wasn't
I like
bad.
that. Yeah.
I like Clerks 3. But it's worth watching. If you're a fan, it's just a cute movie. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. Real quick watch. I haven't seen it on any streaming services as of yet, but I have a feeling it'll be out there shortly. So give it a shot. It's a cute little film.
Done.
Lots of solid 80s themes, which I'm always a fan.
I was going to say, that's right up your alley.
That is right up my alley. I'll watch it all. All
right. That's do we want to get into television?
Sure.
Or okay. I will blow through mine quickly.
We do into just so we don't this television series.
Yes.
Yes. Television series. Yeah, for sure.
Very good.
I really enjoyed The Penguin. These are not really in order, but I do have my favorites, my top at the end. The Penguin, it was awesome. Like, if you haven't seen it yet, it's on the Max. You should definitely check it out. I think Colin Farrell won the other night.
Really? See, this is like, it's funny you mentioned that because like I'm not into comic books at all, and I'm going to watch it. Like,
it's fantastic. Tice, did you see it? You watched it, right?
No, I'm not going to watch it. No.
You're not?
No, because they stripped every little bit of comic book out of it. It is just The Godfather.
I knew I would like it. That's
it is just that.
It is not a comic book. It's not a comic book movie. It is The Godfather in TV form, and so I'm not going to watch it because
there's Tice is pissed about it.
There is no Easter eggs. There's no references. There's nothing. So
don't watch it.
It's called The Penguin is an insult to the comic books. So. Anyway,
wow.
If you're on YouTube right now, you can literally see Tyson like fuming. Like there are fumes coming off.
No,
of his
I'm
head.
sure it's good, but I'm not going to watch it because of those reasons.
It's very good. Sorry, Tyson.
That's okay.
Sorry,
you just put his glares into a zip file and emailed him to you. Like that was
sorry. That was a spice I was looking for.
You said you wanted 3 glares. That's 2. Actually, that's just
yay! Heart you, buddy. Look.
Did you watch any other television this year, Dawson?
No, right now. Let's off the others. The next one is called Ripley. It's fantastic with Andrew Scott. It was actually nominated quite a bit for Golden Globes, thankfully, because it didn't win anything else.
Is that the one with the crazy good cinematography? I don't think I've got
amazing.
That.
The cinematography on that is so good.
It's on my list. I just we haven't watched it.
Yeah. You'll like it. If you like the movie, The Talented Mr. Ripley, I haven't read the book, but it's fantastic. He does an incredible job. Andrew Scott. So from Fleabag fame, if you guys have seen that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. I also really liked Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I believe is on Amazon Prime. That was a fun little TV series based on the movie, starring, Donald Glover, and I can't think of the actress's name off the top of my head. I should have written it down, but they're both very good in it. It's very funny, very action packed. And then Agatha All Along, which is on Disney Plus. Tyson, do you agree with me on that?
I do.
Just smile and a head nod.
Yep.
Very nice.
What it purports
with Catherine Hahn, yes, who is one of my favorite people, along with Patti LuPone, Aubrey Plaza. It's such a great series. I'm planning on rewatching it probably this week or next. So check that out. And then last but not least, it is my favorite, Shogun. That series blows everything else out of the water. I'm sorry. There is no competition. It's fucking amazing.
Kind of ran away with it at the Golden Globes too, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It deserved it though. It's such a good
show. It's incredible. And they're working on a second season, which I was not aware of until the Golden Globes.
It was greenlit before it was finished.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Loved it.
It's a good list.
Is that okay, Tice? Was that okay?
That's all right.
4 of them were all right?
All right, buddy. You all right?
Started off, but big finish. So
all right.
This is a little confusing because some of these shows started in 2023 but ended in 2024. So I didn't know where to draw the line.
That's fair.
That's fine.
That's
so
we'll allow it.
No one's going to fact check us. I mean, fuck. Look at what came out with Facebook today. It's all out the window.
That's true. It's all gone.
We could only hope that someone would listen just to fact get those numbers up. What kind of misinformation do we have to, relay here to get our numbers up?
I will say this year, aside from Penguin, was a really good year for superhero TV, and that's kind of my jam.
Yes.
So, What If? The final season debuted on Christmas Day. It's on Disney Plus. There are 3 seasons. I haven't even watched the last season, but the first 2 seasons are so good. I don't think I've ever plugged it before, so I'm just going to plug it. It's animated, but the deal with the show is that the conceit is, what if Black Panther became Star-Lord? And so
okay.
they basically, but the nice thing about it is that they use the actors' voices from the movies, with a couple exceptions. Chris Evans is not in it, and Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. But Chadwick Bosewick's last work was actually for this cartoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
okay.
So it's kind of interesting. If you like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you're right there. Monarch, which was the show on Apple Plus, was basically about the Godzilla the Godzilla universe. Big fan. Kurt Russell's in it. Wyatt Russell's in it. Wyatt Russell plays young Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell plays old Wyatt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Shogun, couldn't wait every week until the next episode came out. So good.
Yes.
Even though it's like there's no English in it whatsoever. Still excellent, by the way. Everyone is in LA. John Mulaney's little experimental show.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a great one.
It was really good. Very funny. One of the funniest monologues I've ever seen in the opening sentence, where he runs down how LA is set up. It's very funny. I hated the animated X-Men show when I was in high school, because that's when it came out. I thought it was terrible, but they decided to continue it on Disney Plus, and it's called X-Men 97.
You're a hard guy to please in that category.
I am. I'm picky. So anyway,
is that glare number 3? That was a half glare.
No, that's not a real glare.
Okay.
Wait till we get to music.
Shit.
No, I'm kidding. So anyway, they basically they just picked up where it left off, apparently, because I've never watched the original very much. And it's excellent. They made it adult, and it's great. So if you like the X-Men and you were never happy necessarily with the movies per se, this is definitely for you. The 3-Body Problem is an excellent science fiction show. I think it was on Netflix. Very good. If you guys haven't watched it, it's very interesting. It's a 3-parter. And anyway, it's quite good. It's called The Three Body Problem. Batman Caped Crusader debuted on Prime because fucking numbnuts at HBO Max, Warner sold off all their properties or whatever, to save money or whatever, all that bullshit.
That fucker canceled Sesame Street. Did you
guys
hear that?
I know.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
No, that guy's a dick face.
Oh, he is. HBO's dead. I hate to say it, but
oh my God.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
That is such a wow.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to.
All right, no, that sucks. I'm glad I know now. Jesus Christ.
Batman Caped Crusader. Well, I don't know if he canceled it. They're just not going to carry anymore. I don't know.
They're not going to. Yeah, I mean, they got to find. I mean, they had to bail PBS out. That's basically.
True, though. Yeah.
Right.
They got to find the money.
I'm going to guess federal contributions to PBS maybe, shall we say, minimal next year.
Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, Batman Caped Crusader, it's on Netflix. It's the best Batman animated show since the very first one, Batman the Animated Series. If you loved that, you'll love this. Also kind of a strange thing, they made Penguin a woman. That's very strange, I thought. Agatha All Along, of course, which I had forgotten about until you said it. Thank you.
Welcome.
This show, Smiling Friends, I plug it. I plugged it last year. It is a bonker show from Adult Swim. It's very much in the spirit of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, in that sort of crazy sort of thing. I showed it to my niece, and she was bewildered, and she watches anime all the time. So that's the level of bewilderment that it provides. And then finally, this is not a new show, but I just discovered it this year, and I'm going to just say it's my favorite show of the year. It's Danger 5, which I talked about quite a bit with you guys. The first season is homage to everything that I love, and every episode has Hitler. And then the second season is an homage to 80s action movies, especially early 80s action movies. And not just action movies, but also teen goofball movies and whatever. And Hitler's in every episode of that as well. So anyway,
so are you saying you enjoy Hitler?
I like this version of Hitler. He is very funny.
Okay.
He's not.
All right, cool.
Well, he is kind of funny. He gets in one episode in the second season. He scores a date to the high school dance with the hottest girl in school.
Oh my God! Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So anyway, it's that little mustache works for him. Anyway, highly recommend. It's on if you want to watch Danger 5. It is on. If you have a Roku or if you have a television, you download the Roku channel app and it's on there and it's free and it is something else. So those are the movies or those are the TV shows. I'm sure there's tons more. We watch more TV than movies, but I don't have the room. So, the cash has been flushed.
Smith?
Yeah, so I did have, the nice thing is there's not a ton of overlap here. There's a little bit, but I'm getting some good suggestions here. Hoping the fans are as well.
I like this.
I think I only had one overlap, and that was John Mulaney. Everybody's in LA. Really fun, stupid, like your buddies steal a camcorder and make a television. It's just watch it.
And Richard Kind's in it.
Yes, absolutely. Which is just,
oh my God.
What did they do? Like 6 episodes? How many episodes did they do? Yeah.
It's worth watching. Doing more too.
Are they going to do more?
Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
He needs a project. It has to cost nothing to produce. So, seriously.
Yeah, no,
But
also, remember when Will Ferrell was in the audience? So it's just little shit.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty great.
Just makes it great,
Yeah.
Yes, no, absolutely. I had, next, Nobody Wants This. This was kind of a romantic comedy starring Kristen Bell.
That got nominated for quite a few Golden Globes.
You did. Kristen Bell, Adam Brody. I did not. This was one of those ones that I dove into, and I was like, I'm going to fucking hate this, even though I'm a Kristen Bell fan, but Kristen Bell got me at least. It's fucking great. It's funny. It's really good.
Kristen Bell. Wow.
It wasn't just that. It wasn't just the Veronica Mars. Because I've got to think for.
It's Adam. Okay if it is.
No, I mean it got me through the front door, and then I was there for That's the fair. Producer. But I don't know. It was good. It was good.
Okay,
I enjoyed it.
Watch out, Dax Shepard.
Yes. if I never had a shot,
luckiest man in Hollywood.
That's who you'd want to be going up against. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dax Shepard. Yeah, I'm sure he must be like the coolest fucking guy in the world, though. So
I just don't see
it. I don't either. I really don't.
I'm sure he's very sweet.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Yep, for sure.
I mean, having Dax as your name is already kind of like a big strike against you. Like it's yeah. So anyway, I'm sure they're a lovely couple.
Wish them well. Wish them
well. Black Doves was my next one. We've talked about that.
Okay. Yep.
If you haven't watched that yet, it's on the Netflix. Landman is a new show on Paramount, starring old Billy Bob Thornton. And it's good. It's kind of, I don't know that it's like officially a Yellowstone spinoff, but no, it's really good. And it's Billy Bob Thornton, and it's been entertaining me for the last few weeks. So there you go.
I need to start that. It's been on the list.
My family's crazy about that show. So
it's good. It's good. Like it's a little wacky. It's about basically Billy Bob Thornton in Texas, and he runs like a bunch of like an oil company. He's kind of, I don't know. It's interesting. You like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like oil instead of cattle, basically. Was the big idea. Was the big idea, and that fucking Taylor Sheridan guy. My God, like that dude.
That guy's a fucking maniac.
Oh my God, he is. He just I think he's like set foot like twice in LA, and he prides himself on it. Just like writes his shit in Texas and like sends it to somebody. They send him $20 million, and and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna play the cool guy in whatever this episode is, and I'm gonna show up on the show. Anyway. It'll work if you can get it.
Yeah.
And my favorite television show, and I know this was just an oversight on Tyson's part because I know you think this is great too. English Teacher.
Oh yeah.
Is my favorite, probably the best sitcom, save for the Wonder Years reboot, but I'm not going to count that because that only counts in my head. Really good, really funny. Unfortunately, they only did like 8 episodes, so they did like kind of a half season. I'm kind
of wondering if they're going to do more.
Well, it got a lot
controversy shit.
What controversy?
I read about that controversy thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's.
I don't know if it's stick. If there's, I don't either. It happened years ago.
That's what killed the Wonder Bros.
No.
2 reboot too.
This is.
I don't want to shit on your parade.
No, I read that whole article. I was like, why are you still reading this? But I read the whole thing, and I was like, you know what the deal is? It's some guy that used to hang out with those guys said that he was sexually taken advantage of, assaulted by the guy who wrote and stars in it. But they were all hanging around him because he had a bunch of heat and he was getting all this information, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing read to me is just a bunch of fucking 20-year-olds in LA fucking around with each other. And somebody got his feelings hurt.
One of them, I totally agree.
And he also, probably, although everyone was like, I don't know if that happened, and I'm sure it probably did happen, but it was just like, this guy's like, I didn't get picked up for the show. So I don't think it's going to stick. Because
I don't either. He kind of sounds like a bitter Betty just because he wasn't asked to be an English teacher. And it's like, bro, you put charges against what's his butt.
Girl, like the girl, that's in the show, Matt, he used to date that girl, and then the other guy wanted to sleep with him. I mean, it was high school, like straight up.
It was a thing.
That's interesting. I completely missed this somehow.
I've only seen one thing about it, though. I don't know if you've seen more than one thing about it, so I didn't know.
No, I just saw, what was it, like a Vulture article, or it was something that came out. It didn't really blow things up as much as I thought it might.
Yeah, no,
with Me Too and all that stuff, I was like, oh, this isn't good.
I don't think it's going to stick, because it just seems like a bunch of fucking bullshit, bitchy kind of whatever. I mean, I'm sure that it wasn't a great situation, but still.
Well, it was on a bunch of top lists this year, so it did get some good.
It's a great show.
It's very good. Yeah. It's very.
I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, and I mean, I'm surprised they only did 8 shows, but Matt, they wrote all those episodes basically. Like the 2 of them.
Yeah, it's
so
true.
It must take forever to do that. Like I was thinking.
Yeah,
that's a lot for 2 men to. Yeah.
Well, the girl, she's the.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Excellent show.
I didn't realize.
It'll be fine. Yeah, great show.
I did totally.
I should have put that on my list too, for sure.
Yeah, I forgot.
I agree. Yeah. All right, fellas. I have a question for you. So I have documentary movies and I also have documentary series. Do you want me to lump those together?
So I have. All right, this is going to get whack. So I have
Tyson's like, God damn it.
I have mini series as a category, and then I have documentaries and documentary series. So
I say we lump them together and we go through them quickly.
One big, we can do that.
Does that work?
One category.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can preface if it's a series, or obviously.
I can explain.
Yeah,
there's no reason to give it its own category.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So we're
all
right. Hierarchy a little bit. That's all right.
Here we go. I am gonna say what my favorite series and then also what my favorite movie was, but whatever. Favorite documentary movie, or one of them, Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. Holy shit. You got to be mentally prepared to take that one on emotionally as well. It's amazing. I cried pretty much the whole time. Very well done. And I think his youngest son was the director of it. So anyway, it's great. It's on the Max, I believe. And then next is Will and Harper. We've talked about this. Will Ferrell and Harper Steele. Their road trip and just Harper's transition, and Will. It was just a really great story about that and friendship, and I can totally relate to it. I loved it. Jim Henson, Idea Man. We talked about that. Definitely check that out on Disney Plus. Big fan. Love everything Jim Henson had a thumbprint on.
Oh yeah.
And then Martha Stewart documentary on Netflix. I fucking love that one. That was great. Love Martha Stewart. She is one of the biggest bitches in the world, and I can't get enough of her. So keep on bitching, Martha. And then probably my favorite documentary movie was Casa Bonita, Mi Amor. It was fun to watch. I fucking love Casa Bonita. Loved it back then. Love it now. Can't wait for you guys to come visit and we can check it out. And then getting into the documentary series portion, the Steve Martin documentary on Apple Plus is quite excellent. The Man with 1,000 Kids on Netflix is fucking crazy.
Forgot about that one. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's quite good. Quiet on the Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV was super fucked up, but also enjoyable.
I don't know if you saw this, but the guy, the head of the class guy, is suing for defamation. I think he's going to win.
What?
I do. Oh,
Mr.
absolutely.
Belding?
No, not Mr. Belding. Mr. Belding never touched a child in his life. Unless Zach Morris really asked for it.
I haven't watched this, so I don't know.
No, it was the producer guy who just did like the head writer of like all that. I was going to say Take That, but no, All That.
All That,
Take That's the British boy band. It's that monkey, that Robbie Williams movie. It looks nuts, but that's no, I think no, because like it kind of got him kind of close to the situations, but then it told all these terrible tales about other people, and I don't know. I'm curious to see where it goes, because I kind of thought, I was like, this is kind of like, it was. I don't watch a whole lot of things where I'm like, this is kind of defamatory, and it kind of rang that way to me. I mean, I think he was like a creepy guy, but like, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what.
He was in children's television, so either
he was in children's television.
Bit of a creep,
there's not. Yes,
there's
true. Something going on. There's something.
He's not completely innocent. I believe everything that was said? Not necessarily, but fuck. There are some things he did.
He's still definitely creepy, but like I did think he had a little bit of a point. But anyway, we'll let the lawyers and whatever HBO said.
We'll keep everyone posted. I'll do a follow up on that.
We'll see.
And then couple more 6 schizophrenic brothers on HBO Max. That's very interesting if you're like me and you like to read and watch things on mental health. And it's bizarro. It's very crazy. Check it out. And then my favorite was Chimp Crazy, also on the Max, with Crazy Chimp Lady and everything that ensues in that. It is just like the Tiger King guy.
Yes.
On the female side if we're gonna get into genders.
That was also one of my favorites. And what is it about like nut jobs and animals just make really good television?
I don't know, but it makes really great television, and I'm all for it. So I hope somebody else is.
I even might have liked it a little more than Tiger King. It was pretty
I think
good.
I did too. Like it was done a bit better all around. She's much crazier. I don't know. They're both pretty much in line in terms of crazy.
Different flavors of crazy.
Yes.
Somebody's orange, somebody's lime. It's a little nutty.
It's fun to watch. It is fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Oh my god! And what happens to her?
It's
great. It's great.
Because you did see it coming. Anyway.
You totally saw it coming from a mile away. But when it happens, you're like, fuck yes. It's great. All right. Tice, documentaries?
Well, I didn't make
any to share?
I didn't make a full list, but you guys hit already most of the ones that I had. Jim Henson, the Jim Henson one, the Steve Martin one. Castaneda, obviously. I will say that this on PBS Passport, if you don't have PBS Passport, it's $5 a month. Just get it. I use it all the time. But it's basically PBS's app. And there's a show called Civilization on there, and it's a series. It's a mini series, and it's the history of civilization through the development of art. So that's how they frame how civilization grew and changed based on the art that was being made at the time. And some of the art that they find is just crazy because it's all new stuff that they've dug up, and just so that's really it. I don't I don't watch as much as you guys do. I mean, I watch a lot of PBS, but that's not as exciting as I'd be like, oh, the Ice Planet, I don't know.
Sorry. Our true crime is your superheroes. I think.
Yes, that is fair. That is fair. Yeah.
So anyway, but that's it. I thought that the Steve Martin thing was quite good, and Jim Henson was quite good too. But anyway, that's it.
All right. I had a few that overlapped, but the majority of these I think did not. Full length documentary. I think I mentioned this just like last podcast, the podcast before, but Yacht Rock documentary, quite good if you haven't seen that. Bratz, which was the Andrew McCarthy documentary, trying to kind of reunite all the Breakfast Club folk back. Quite good. Fanatical, the catfishing of Tegan and Sarah.
You watched it? Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, it was good. It was nuts, but it was good. But definitely worth the watch. And then obviously Castaneda Mi Amor, which we already talked about. Cyndi Lauper, Let the Canary Sing. Documentary about the life and times of Cyndi Lauper. My girls just don't want to have, or do want to have fun.
We do want to have fun, guys. We want to have all the fun.
And then probably my favorite kind of long form documentary this year was the greatest night in pop.
I'm not keeping it. Sorry, the greatest night in pop.
You're just laughing through my big one.
Your
reveal.
Also, like a fourth place one that you're laughing. Oh, this was anyway. The greatest night in pop. It's about the We Are the World recording session, and just that kind of it's great if you're into music. And
I also need to watch.
Yeah, I've got.
Sounds awesome.
I've got it marked.
And then for my mini series, I went ahead and per the conventions for this episode, have lumped them into one category. Wise Guy, David Chase and The Sopranos. If you were a Sopranos fan, I think it was.
You finally watched it?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. It was a 3-part documentary series on HBO. Quite good. The Truth About Jim. I'm just going to get through these. These were probably my top 3 Netflix true crime. The Truth About Jim, about that guy who went to started in Indianapolis, which is nuts. Jim Jones.
Oh,
the Kool-Aid man. Not the guy that busts through the walls, but the guy that murders you. And you thank him for it. Lover, Stalker, Killer. Another docuseries.
That was a good one.
That was quite good.
I forgot that one.
And American Nightmare, which was about kind of a Gone Girl situation, which I finally watched that movie. That's a fucking good movie.
It is a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Really good movie. But basically, it's about a couple who the cops totally think they faked a kidnapping, and well, you'll just have to see. And then obviously Chimp Crazy, as Dawson also mentioned. So my nonfiction sort of, well, I guess they're dramatic. Anyway, I'll let you be the judge. Monster, the Menendez Brothers series on Netflix, I thought was quite good. Boys Swallows Universe, which was an Australian miniseries that I thought would have probably been my top had it not been for my top. Baby Reindeer, also on Netflix. And then Eric, about a man whose son goes missing, and he starts talking to puppets, and it's quite good. I really enjoyed it. It was.
I read about that.
Yeah, it's kind of out of left field. But
I heard it's real wacky.
It was good. It was good.
Benedict Cumberbatch is in that?
I think that's right. I think that's that gentleman's name. And then my favorite 2024 was Masters of the Air, which was a World War II series on Apple TV, I believe. I'm a huge Band of Brothers fan, and so if you like that, you'll like this. And so I liked it. It was World War II was a hard time. I'm glad I didn't have to go to war.
Yes.
That's what I think when I'm watching a lot of these movies and reading books. That's not fun. That does not sound like fun. So, and I'll call it The Greatest Generation for nothing. Anyway, that's those are my top miniseries of the year, and I think we got one category left. Is that, music?
I don't know what category. I have two. I have podcasts and albums. What do you guys have?
I have albums and books.
Smith, what do you have?
I'm out. You got the best of me.
You're done.
So I'm just gonna be a silent
Tice,
observer.
You didn't talk much in this last round, so you go with books, and then I'll talk about podcasts.
Okay.
And then we'll fight for music.
And then you'll fight.
I think we'll probably be on the same.
Smith will decide the winner.
That's right.
These are some of the books I read this year, in no particular order. And The Theory of Everything Else. Is that right? Yeah. The Theory of Everything Else by Dan Schreiber. It's a very interesting book. It's about his thesis is that everybody's got a little batshit going on in their brains, and he's like, and so he explores that through a series of essays, and they're all kind of divvied up into these little nice things. It is nonfiction. You'll find that almost everything on this list is nonfiction because I am. That's I don't know. I don't want to.
Got no time for make believe.
That's right. I gotta add facts up here. Up top, not just a hat holder. And so anyway, Theory of Everything Else by Dan Schreiber is very good. The Theory on Everything by Philomena Kunk.
Yes,
excellent book. She's
fun. Amazing. I'm on a Kunk trip right now.
I have the book.
The interwebs.
I have a book, and I have the print book, and if you've got the means, get the audio book. It's fun to listen to or read.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming she is of the Kunk show.
Yes.
That just has a second season. Did it have a second season come
out? They just put out Kunk on Life on Netflix. Yes. And it's fucking great.
Yes.
It is great.
Actually, I found 7 old Kunk episodes from the BBC.
No way.
You can find them on Plex if you look up Kunk. And
I love her.
She's great, and her writers are amazing. She doesn't actually write any of it, but like we were talking about it, like Beth's like she didn't write. I'm like, yeah, but she's amazing at improv because she's doing these interviews and she's nailing it. So anyway, she's just super fun. I highly recommend it. If you don't know who Philomena Kunk is or Kunk on Everything, basically she's a documentarian who is wrong about everything. And she mispronounces words, and she's excellent. It's just fantastic. It's very British humor. It's very funny.
It's Smith. Oh my god, everybody will love it. Yeah. I keep plugging it. I keep putting it on my Instagram stories. Like she's the best. Yeah, I love it.
Kunk on what is it? Kunk on Earth? Is that the first series on?
Kunk on Earth is the first one, and then Kunk on Life is the newest season that came out.
So she did a series for the BBC called Kunk on Britain, and then she did Kunk on Shakespeare and Kunk on Christmas, and those are you can find
those are pretty good. Kunk on Shakespeare is probably my favorite out of that.
That was fun to watch with Beth. I must admit.
I bet. Yeah.
The next book is called Breathe by James Nestor. It's about breathing, and that sounds really boring, but it was probably the most interesting book I read this year. Highly recommend. It will change your mind or in your brain about breathing and make you want to be a better breather. It's amazing. Profiles in Ignorance by Andy Borowitz. A very sort of onion, more like editorial takedown of politicians just in general. Very funny. He's a very funny writer, but it's also brutally honest and excellent. How to Invent Everything by Ryan North. Just kind of a fun book to read. Basically, the conceit is if you went back in a time machine and the time machine broke, every time machine has this book called How to Invent Everything. So if you have to rebuild civilization, you can use the book. And basically, it's a step by step on how to invent and do everything from medicine to architecture to whatever. It's a little pedantic, but it's kind of fun. The Order of Time, I talked about this a little bit ago by Carlo Rovelli about how time actually works, and that will blow your fucking mind. There's a book called Great Maps by the Smithsonian, put out by DK. It is just a collection of the world's most famous maps from the beginning of map mapping all the way up to, I think the latest one is from the 90s. And it just shows a big example of the map and then just little footnotes about how it was made, where it was from, all the stuff's fascinating. If you like maps, it's very good. The Unofficial Guide to, The Art of Jack T. Chick Chick Tracks, Crusader Comics, and Battle Cry Newspapers by Kurt Kirsteiner. I talked about this earlier this year, but Jack T. Chick makes those little chick tracks. I'm not going to get one. Anyway, they are those little comic books that you find sometimes in restrooms and it's like, this is your life. And they're basically like, you need to find God to save your soul. Anyway, he is a nice guy, I think, straight up, but he is a gullible son of a bitch. And he has been taken in by a bunch of charlatans, and he is willing to believe whatever to get the word across. It is an intensely dense book for how much fun of the thing is. You got to really want to read it, but if you do read it, it is very rewarding. I just read this book. I got it for Christmas from my mom. It's called and Dad. Sorry, Dad. Weird Medieval Guys by Olivia Swouthart. I read it in the afternoon. If you guys are familiar, sometimes they've been sort of showing these on the internet and whatever, but in old manuscripts from medieval times, a lot of people, when they were scribing the things, that are all handwritten, they'd get bored and they'd do little doodles on the side, and so it's just a collection of those little doodles, and they're all very weird and they're a little jokey and whatever. So she kind of made Weird Medieval Guys is actually an Instagram and a Twitter that she started, and she got a book deal out of it. So if you want to check out what the book is like, you can check it out. It's an easy read. It's like, I don't know, I read it in an afternoon, but it's quite good. I'll probably read it in a couple of years again because it's cute. And those are the books that I thought was worth talking about. So hopefully I'll actually pare down the books next year because I'm hoping to read a book every 2 weeks. So
nice. All right. So well done. I will rattle through the podcast real quick because I've talked about all these, I feel like, for the most part, at length. Wiser Than Me had a second season come out with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, where she talks to old women like Catherine O'Hara's on this season, Nancy Pelosi, a bunch of others. It's very interesting. Fucking love it. And then Bad Friends with Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but Bobby Lee fucking cracks me up like nobody's business, and their friendship is very funny. So if you're just looking for stupid humor, highly recommend that. And then What Went Wrong is a movie podcast where they talk about classic film, and they talk about like the pre-production, the actual production of the film, and what happened after it was released. It's really interesting. It's hosted by Lizzie Bassett and Chris Winterbauer, who are both in the film industry, both very smart. And then Dear Chelsea with Chelsea Handler. It's a very interesting sort of podcast where they talk to just regular people who call in with questions about what's happening in their lives, and Chelsea and whoever her guest is gives them advice. But my favorite podcast of the year is probably since his working overtime with David Cross. He's interviewed a lot of really great comedians, including his bestie, Bob Odenkirk, and Patton Oswalt. So I like those episodes in particular. And David's just a fucking funny, smart asshole of a guy. Can't get enough of it. So yes, those are the favorite podcasts. But now we get into music.
Would you like to go first?
The creme de la creme. Sure, because you're probably going to shit all over it.
I am not. I'm just here.
Right. Here we go. MJ Lenderman. Manning Fireworks.
Wow. Shocking.
Tyson was right.
He was right. That was my sole contribution to this. Is that dude was like on top of everything, and Tyson was. I did kind of look to see if I could find a comparison. Did not see that in print, but no, he's a winner when you see one.
You do, Tice. You do.
You're like,
and that guy's a winner.
Yeah. He was.
That guy's a fucking winner. That's a great album.
That is.
Vampire Weekend's Only God Was Above Us. It was good. I've listened to it multiple times. It's not my favorite of theirs, but it's still quite good. Marika Hackman, Big Sigh. Really interesting, like quirky lyrics that I like. Cool voice. Into I don't know. I just like it from a lyrical standpoint. Brittany Howard from the Alabama Shakes. This is her solo album, What Now? She's fucking awesome and can really fucking wail on the guitar. Cool voice, really good album. But my favorite of the year, this will be a surprise to no one, Sleater-Kinney's Little Rope. I listened to, as Spotify told me, Untidy Creature, the title track from it, crazy amount of times, which I was not aware of until my year wrap up or whatever that they do. But I love it. I love Sleater-Kinney. Like, they're fucking awesome. So many great songs, especially Untidy Creature. I'm just a big fan. Corin's voice on that song is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
That is it. Yes.
Yeah, good list.
Top 5.
Thank
you.
We got some overlap. We definitely got some.
Yay!
Overlap.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Vampire Weekend, Only God Was Above Us, which I think is an excellent record. I actually like it better than the last one. I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Rosie Tucker, Utopia Now. I just think she's an excellent songwriter. Armlock, Seashell Angel, Lucky Charm. Is Australian duo. Very old Pinback. That's I really.
Oh yes, yeah. I did listen to that album. It's quite good. Yeah.
They have a new record coming out in January, so I'm looking forward to that. Another Australian duo, Carb on Carb, Take Time. That is unfortunately the last record. They broke up. Drummer went on, so it's a guitar player and a drummer. She went on to organize girl rock camps, which is very cool. And he started a new project, which I haven't listened to yet, but it's pretty interesting. The December's new record, As It Ever Was, So Shall It Be Again. It's just excellent work by them.
That's a good one.
Really good. Christian Lee Hutton, Paradise Population 10. I thought this was going to blow up a little bit more, but I think it'll get some traction. They've been playing one of the songs locally here, Carousel Horses, but I think that's because it has Phoebe Bridgers and Maya. She's on Stranger Things. Her dad's famous. He's an actor. Anyway. Maya.
Fuck.
Yeah. I can't think of either one of them.
Ethan Hawke.
Maya Hawke. Yeah. So anyway, and Christian Lee Hutton. I don't know if you've listened to that Maya Hawke record, but he actually produced it. So.
No.
Fontaine's DC's new record, Romance.
Oh, cool.
Very good.
Yeah.
I like those guys. I really think that they really did a good job on that record. MJ Lenderman, Manning Fireworks, obviously very good. Real Estate, Daniel. I really like that record. If you're looking for some like 90s era REM, that is just sweet spot. It just hits you. It's great. And then this band called Carpool put out a record called My Life in Subtitles, and that's probably the most rockin' record on my list. And they are just excellent. They are young and excellent, creative songwriters and punk as shit. Anyway, but not super. I mean, it doesn't sound punk as shit, but just their attitude in the songs is very good. So it's funny. I only had 9 of everything. So my top, these are all top 9s. I didn't do that on purpose. It just happened to work out that way. So anyway, those are my albums of the year. Dawson's going to drop my year-end playlist, and you'll be able to find songs from all these on the playlist if you would like to listen to them. So there you go.
Yes.
I will have
we'll put that out this week.
Yeah,
maybe,
definitely this week.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So I will get that to you. Anyway, those are my records. So now, so at the end of every dance recital, my mom would have everybody come out on stage and sing this song. So I'm just going to sing this song, just a little bit of it, because I can't remember the whole thing. Right, you ready? You ready? You ready?
Yes.
Yeah,
this is the end, the very end of the 24 review. We sure had fun, lots of fun. How about it, folks? Did you? Something, and I don't know the rest of it, but thank you.
Nice.
I was thinking
Natural
about
born entertainer.
I'm already feeling better about 2025.
I am too. That just warmed my heart.
It did it.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you can hear it again in 1 year.
1 year.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Well, guys, here we go into another year.
Yeah. Hey, our second longest episode, I think, since the Nick Cage episode, maybe.
I think it is. Yeah, the Nick Cage is still supreme, which is appropriate. But yes, this is a close second for sure.
We had a lot to go.
Surprised my bladder hasn't exploded.
Yeah,
so.
Agreed. Yeah.
Much like 2024 itself, get to the fucking point.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Always.
Until next time. All right. Bye.
Bye.
No cameras.
Clever.